What is going on, you guys? Day 27. We only got a couple days left. Man, believe it or not, at least for me, the past 27 days, and we really only got 2 days left. Last 27 days actually flew by pretty damn quick. Might just be me. I don't know. Um, we are disconnected from Instagram. So hopefully, all my Instagram people, you guys have switched over to YouTube, unless you guys are on my Facebook. Um, because we're not streaming directly to Instagram right now. We're having some connectivity issues we've been having it the past couple of days, as you guys have seen. So we are not on Instagram. So hopefully you guys are going to be able to catch this, catch the replay, whatever it is. Um, Only 2 days. One thing that's been super helpful that actually has gotten more people to let me know they actually have been watching these replays. I haven't known this. It's been a little crickety on some platforms. So if you guys can, if you guys are catching this live, just drop the hashtag live in the comments. This is super helpful, especially on YouTube. So yeah, do that. Also helpful on Facebook. If you're watching this replayed, you're not watching this live, drop a hashtag replay. If I'm talking about some shit that you're having trouble with, drop a hashtag me so that way I know to start talking to you about how to unpack some of this shit in your personal life. Okay. So let's dig into it because I think we only got a few more sessions where we can really deep dive into this stuff, and then there's no more lives for me. So it's actually been fun connecting with everybody, which is actually funny how this is the topic for today. How being closed off is hurting you more, and how connection. If you guys have felt it, if you guys have actually been plugged in for the past 27 days on or off or the entirety of the thing. I know that some days, I have to flip my schedule around, but we still get this done. You guys tell me, in the comments, is connecting live helpful? Is it nice to like just sit and chat, disconnect from like the world and the chaos of the world, and like start connecting, learning, connecting back to self? I think that a lot of people like me have gone through Facebook user, thank you. Hashtag live. Um, a lot of people are like me where, we attract what we are in this life, right? So in case you guys understand, we attract what we are. So whoever you are, however you perceive yourself, however you show yourself to the world is exactly who you attract into your life. So if you are a shitbag, you're going to attract shitbags to your life. If you're an awesome human, you're going to attract awesome humans. If you are toxic, you're going to attract more toxic people. If you're a lover, you're going to attract people that love love. If you're funny, you're going to attract people that are funny too or love humor. You attract what you are. What happens too is when you are closed off, you only attract those people, but you never know that you can connect to them. Why? Because they are also closed off and they, just like you, have surface level connections to people. It's all external. So you never really get to feel anything. And I want you guys to really think about like the times in your life where you felt the most free, where you felt the most alive. Wasn't that the time where you were either like really deeply connected to other people, your friends, your family, your significant other, or to yourself? On the times in your life where you can really think back, weren't you like completely connected to this emotional state, this emotional way of being? And that's what made you feel the most alive. What happens over time, though, is through the hurt and through the pain, you trust people with being open. You trust people with wearing your heart on your sleeve. You start trusting people and being open to people, becoming vulnerable with people, and then those same people end up hurting you. This could be friends, backstabbing. This could be family backstabbing. This could be relationships, getting cheated on, getting mistreated, like just all of that stuff. It could be work environments where you thought your manager, your coworkers had your back and you find out that they're gossiping about you. This could be you having your own team and then your team actually stealing from you. This could be having people you're doing business with and you thought that they had your back, but they didn't. Like and then what happens is like you start getting calloused, right? Like you start getting hardened. You stop trusting people. You just stop believing people. you stop seeing the goodness of the world. So what happens? Over time, this thing that was just like a mud, right? It's like you just dragging mud along. It starts hardening. It becomes like this thick layer of you. And over time, it gets like so thick, you don't even understand who you are anymore. Like you're completely closed off to the world. And why is it that we think, because I was there before I started doing all the personal development, all the work and investing into myself, blah, blah, blah. I really thought being closed off was protecting me from more hurt. But the truth was being closed off to the world, to the emotions, to connection, to people. What I was doing was I was actually with that same like dirt, mud, clay, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The more I hardened it, the thicker that it got, the more I was actually holding in my own pain. I couldn't release my pain. I couldn't outflow all this negative energy. And so by thinking that I was protecting myself, if I'm angry all the time and I repel people and I repel relationships, then I'm protecting myself because if I'm always angry, right? Just like I told you guys, this tattoo right here, you can't see it because the fucking mic. There you go. That guy right here. That's wrath, right? My deadliest sin, wrath. If I'm always wrathful, if I'm always angry, then I'll repel everybody. And if I repel everybody, then I would never allow anybody to get close enough to hurt me because anger and wrath is the biggest indicator that you've been hurt a lot in your life. So whenever you see angry people, just like give them grace. Understand that the reason why people are angry like that is because they really got hurt at some point in their life, whether it was they were a kid, being a teenager, fucking young adult, whatever. That's where anger comes from. Anger comes from a protective mechanism in our minds and in our hearts that we think that if we lash out at people and at the world, then we can protect ourselves now. That's why anybody that starts feeling all those negative emotions, just understand they're trying to protect self from feeling hurt like they did in that event that caused them to be this way. Over time, it is the biggest thing that's going to hold you back because what's going to happen is I'm going to start with the external. I'm going to go all the way back to self. I want you guys to always remember everything that I'm teaching, training on always has to do with the external that leads back to the self. That's what I always want you guys to remember. Okay. If you're always closed off because you've been hurt in your life and you haven't been able to heal through all the bullshit, you haven't been able to heal through and forgive. And sometimes, guys, remember, forgiveness isn't always of the other person. Sometimes you're forgiving for the sake of forgiving yourself for being in that position. But let's say that you go through hurt, you go through pain, and you never forgive. What happens is you close yourself off for like future relationships. You close yourself off from like new friends, not the old friends that maybe stabbed you in the back or did shit that was kind of shady, but like new friends that like genuinely care about you. New friends that could actually like hold your heart and be like, bro, I got you. You're good. You trust me. Like from you. I just want to have like a connection because it seems like we're good friends here. You're going to close yourself off from those real relationships. You're gonna have this weird thing where like you don't trust people, right? You meet people on the internet and you're like, oh, well, what the fuck does this guy want? He just wants something from me. But it's like, no, that person just wanted to connect with you. But now, because you're looking through life through this lens, now you're what you're doing is you're hurting yourself because now you're not going to be able to feel a bond. You're not going to be able to feel that relationship. If you're looking for love, but you've been hurt in the past, you've been cheated on, you've been mistreated, people took advantage of you, people just used you for your money, whatever it was, you could hold on to all of that pain. You can hold on to all of that hurt, but what happens? You end up hurting yourself because now what you do is you're so closed off emotionally and with your heart, you never allow anybody else in. So is it really hurting anybody else outside? Or are you just hurting yourself? Are you hurting yourself because now you're alone? Are you hurting yourself now because you can't be vulnerable? Shit, you might even get into a new relationship, but you never emotionally open up to that person. So you can't ever emotionally connect, which means you can't actually feel the intimacy that can be had with two people. So who's actually being hurt here? What are you actually protecting when you're in that space? You're protecting your pain. That's what you're doing. You're protecting your hurt. You're protecting all the bad things, but you're not actually protecting self. When you think about Maybe you've done business ventures. Like, you guys have to remember, I've had so many businesses that failed before one ever took off. Imagine if, like, on business number 1, business idea number 1, I'm like, "I'm gonna go all into this thing, I'm gonna fucking crush it." And then it fails, and then I, like, hold on to that because I'm like, "Damn, I poured all this money, all this time, all this energy, those sleepless nights. I'm trying to get this business to take off." And then I'm just like, "Damn, I don't think this is gonna work." And I feel, like, guilty for all the time I've, like, wasted. I feel shame for being a loser. I feel like a loser. I start negative self-talk. Imagine what happens if I, like, now try to protect myself. I close myself off to everybody. Nobody fucking understands what I had to do to try this. Nobody understands what I've had to put out to try to be successful. And everybody's all laughing and having fun, and I'm over here, like, busting my ass for a business that's not working. And I close myself off. What happens? In business relationships or people that you could network with, connect with, mastermind with, you start closing yourself off to those relationships because now you're looking at business from, like, this weird place that, like, everybody wants from you, that everybody's better than you, that, like, when people are talking to you and telling you their wins, you're just like, "Oh, you're fucking bragging on me, huh? Because I didn't make it, so now you get to brag on me, huh?" You're gonna start looking at it from that lens, but, like, what if they were just celebrating themselves, but that didn't have to take away from you? What if? But now because you're looking at it through that lens, now it's holding you back from actually those deeper relationships, deeper bonds. Oh, well, what do they want from me? Oh, they just want to tell me they're successful. Okay, well, why do they think I want to listen to this? Like, I'm having a hard time in my business. Instead of, damn, that's inspirational. That's amazing that you're winning. That's amazing that all of those good things are happening for you because that just fuels me up that it can happen for me. You see, like, how just by that wrong perspective, being closed off would make you just twist what reality is. It'd make you twist things to see things. This is what happens with, like, supervillains, right? Like, they have a twisted way of looking at the world where one person, the hero, sees everything and they're just like, damn, everything's like this underdog story. We're like, we can be the best, we can save the world. And then the villain's always just like, I need to fucking destroy the world. The world hurt me, blah, 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 blah. And it's like the same world, but it's just how two people are looking at the situation. When you think about that, now you, like, just expand that to every area of your life. You're losing. You're losing when you're that closed off. You're losing when you don't do that inner work. You're losing when you have all of these e-breaks in your life that you've pulled emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and you think these are all, like, protective things that are actually serving you. It's not. It's not. Nothing that serves you will ever be closed off. Think about, like, nature, okay? Like, nature. Is the things that you find in nature the most beautiful things? Are they, like, in a jar? Are they in, like, this weird box? Are they in this, like, thing? Are they in this, like, dark ass place where, like, nobody can find it? Or is that where Gollum is, like, freaking hiding? He's like, "Ah, if I can get you, motherfucker." Or is, like, the beauty of nature out there? Is it open? Is it vast? Is it where, like, you can just see, you can smell the fucking just the greens, the trees, the grass, all of it, and, like, isn't that, like, life out there? Isn't it free? Isn't it open? But you think that living in this cave that's, like, dark and depressing and there's no light, and you gotta go through layers and layers and layers of bullshit just to get to where you're at, where Gollum stays. You think that's life? You think that that's gonna protect you? It's not. It's only hurting you. And the thing is, like, everybody thinks they have, like, a business problem. You don't got a business problem, bro. You have a problem with yourself, and you're taking that out on your business. "Oh, I have a sales problem." You don't have a sales problem either. You just can't connect to people. You can't connect to people because you can't connect with yourself. You guys never have any of those problems. It's all in here, it's all in here. You gotta start doing the work because, man, when you guys aren't actually digging for all of these things and, like, really getting to know yourself at, like, that deeper level, really getting to know yourself where it's like, "Hmm, why am I the way that I am?" So I'll give you guys some insight, right? So all of my tattoos, damn, I really wanna finish my sleeves. all of my tattoos are parts of my history, right? So, for example, I don't know if you guys can see this. There we go. I don't even know if you can hear me now. So this, okay, this tattoo, jeez, there we go. This is a cherub, okay? A cherub, I'm gonna just leave it right here so if you guys can see that. A cherub is like a baby angel, okay? What I decided to do, because I design all my tattoos and I just bring it to my artist, I'm like, hey, I'm putting all these concepts together. Let's do this. This is why, this is what it means to me. This cherub right here, I decided to go find a picture of a cherub. And there was only, like, nice pictures of cherubs, right? They look all nice and beautiful and blah, blah. I ripped off its wings. I added cracks all over to represent who I was as a kid and how I felt. So instead of having this, like, nice, beautiful child angel with wings, it's, like, perfect in pristine condition. This is the most broken cherub. Like, if you guys could see that, I should probably take a better quality picture of it. It's like a baby cherub, wings cut off. It's a statue that's frozen, and there's just cracks all over it. That's how I felt as a kid. I was like, I got my wings ripped off. Life fucking sucks. Everything was taken from me. I'm fucking broken. That's how I viewed myself for majority of my life. So when we think about that, the reason why I was also angry, right? Why wrath became my deadliest sin was because I closed myself off to the world. I blamed the world for why I was broken. I blamed the world for why everything hurt me. And this started affecting me in every area. Like, nobody can get close to me. If you guys knew me from the years of basically 10 all the way up until probably, I don't even know, 24, 25, 26, literally wrath, especially from 10 to 18, straight wrath. The Marine Corps really taught me how to take all of this bullshit energy and turn it into something good, turn it into like working on me. But at the same time, still wrath. That's literally why it was the infantry that I chose. Wrath, 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 wrath. That entire time, guys, I was hurting myself. I wasn't connecting with people. I wasn't talking to people. I didn't want to talk to my family. I didn't want to have like friends. I wasn't in good relationships. Remember, you attract what you are. So I was an angry, toxic dude, and I attracted angry, toxic women. That's what it was. I attracted toxic, angry friends. I attracted toxic, angry people that I partied with. It was just like toxic people attracting toxic people and just causing mayhem and destruction. And I was like, good, let's do that. So by holding on all to all this hurt, to all of this pain, I started hurting myself. And it got so bad and it got so dark that I almost left this earth because I was like, I'm done with this. There's no point of living at this point. If this is how we're going to live life, if this is the meaning of life, it's pointless. What happens, guys, is you bottle shit up so badly that you can disconnect from life. And it can happen in like a moment. You guys might think that you're just like, okay, it's not that bad right now. The snowball, it happens so fast and so under the radar that you won't even know how bad it's gonna get real soon. So it's important for you to realize that if you're doing this in certain areas of your life, it's very important that you realize what they are, what the causes are, and what the future consequences are if you don't make changes to these things. Because the thing is, the world is asleep. Most people are gonna watch this and be like, I'm good. It does not bother me that way. There's not a lot. But man, like, unless you guys wake up every day and you're like really feeling proud of yourself, and unless you're waking up every single day ready to just crush the day, like really just like it's your mission to crush the day, there's something broken. There's something disconnected. And you're so unaware of it that you think how you feel right now is normal. You think that like the speed in which you're growing is normal. It's not, you don't have to be normal. Everybody's normal. You don't want to be normal. You think that, like, it's gonna take you time to, like, enter this new evolution in your life to become this new version of you, that it's gonna take time? It doesn't take time. The only difference between you being a new version of you today or, like, tomorrow when you wake up is, like, you believing that you can be that person. I was talking to somebody that was telling me, like, "Hey, it's gonna take time for me to get results in my life." Don't get it twisted. Yes, depending on where you're at in every area, mindset, emotions, willpower, spirit, all of these things are factors in how fast you're gonna get results. Abso-fucking-lutely. But when you start saying it in a way where it's like, "I'm not getting results right now, so I'm just gonna say that it takes time." There's a difference. There's a difference between you, like, trying to convince yourself that it takes time to get results in your life, and there's a difference from, "Oh, I just have to work on all these skill sets first, and then depending on how long that takes for me to do that, then I'll get the end result that I want." There's a very distinct difference between the 2, but most people, what they do is they just fall back on, "I'm not where I wanna be in life, whatever, it just takes time." But they're not putting forth the effort because they don't believe that they can be that person that can just completely bridge the gap tomorrow. If you guys were to just tell yourself when you wake up tomorrow and you're just like, I'm confident. I fucking crush it all the time. I hit target. I'm able to battle plan, strategize, do everything that I need to do. And every fucking day I'm lethal. If you just thought that tomorrow when you woke up and you actually took action on that belief, not even knowing what the hell to actually do, but you took action on all of your belief, man, the difference between you and everybody else in your life in the next 30 days, massive gap. You do that in 6 months, you're not even gonna see anybody around you. You see that in a year, you're gonna be that person everybody talks about that got lucky. But the question is, are you gonna connect back to things? Are you gonna find out the root causes of all the things that are holding you back? Because again, most people don't realize that you're so closed off, you can't even register that you're closed off. That's how closed off you are. So unless you guys have that indicator where every day you're just like, "No, I'm very purpose driven." Like, I'm relentless. I do whatever the fuck it takes every day doing more than I ever thought I could even do in a day. Until you guys are there, you're not tapping into your potential. You're not tapping into, like, what you could be. And I'm telling you guys that because I thought I was. For a very long time in my life, I really thought that I was putting out, but I wasn't. Because again, I was closed off to the world. So I had all my fucking ego, all of my pride, and I was telling myself that I was putting out, that I was putting forth all the effort that I possibly could squeeze, but, it was all an excuse. No, I am trying my best. Absolutely. No, I'm trying my best 100%. But I know deep down I wasn't. It was a fucking lie. Now, because I know how much it actually takes for me to dig deep to put out on a daily basis, I'm, like, exhausted at the end of my day. Like, even right now. I still got, like, 3 more things I gotta get done before I rack out and then just run it again tomorrow. Every day that I'm purpose driven, I'm exhausted. I don't even have, like, time to think about, "Did I put out today?" I'm like, I don't even fucking know anymore. I'm just so, like, dead. I'm, like, working out, being a good dad, being a good husband, showing up, giving value, building my businesses, making connections, doing these things, making power moves, building resources, doing all of this stuff. I'm just exhausted all the time, but, like, not tired. Okay, there's a difference there too. You guys might be like, "Well, that doesn't sound that doesn't sound very good." When you're purpose driven, when you wake up every day and you know who you are, exhaustion just means you actually like live today. Some of you guys are just tired. Like you're just tired of your life. You're just tired of living that like at the end of the day, you're just like, I'm so tired, I need to go to bed because I want to get away from life. That's the truth. You guys are tired because you're trying to get away from life. I'm exhausted, so I just pass out. And then I wake up and I'm like, oh, here we go. Next day, and let's run it. Massive difference. But again, some people are so closed off, they think it's all the same. They really do. And again, I'm telling you, I was that way. I used to like go to sleep. I'd be like, I'm so tired, so tired. And I didn't do shit. I didn't do shit the whole day except do a little bit of work, put forth very little effort, and I'm like, "I'm so tired." Not exhausted, just tired. Because spiritually, I knew everything that I was doing wasn't filling my cup, and it was all a waste. I was wasting my day, I was wasting my life, I was wasting my seconds. So I was tired. I was tired of the life I was living, but I didn't understand that it was me that was causing that feeling. 2 days now, guys. We got 2 more days together. Here's what I want you to ask yourself, you know? If you wanna open yourself back up, you gotta ask yourself, number 1, did you do the exercises? I'm giving you, like, so much free game. Did you do the exercises? Are you breaking into yourself? That's indicator number 1. Are you doing the exercise? Hold yourself accountable. Put it in the comments. Are you actually doing the exercise or you're just like, "Oh, that was a great talk, Phil. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow." And then not doing the work? Closed off. You're closed off. You're living externally. You're not doing the very simple one task exercise that I'm leaving you guys with for the past 27 days. Yet you think you're not closed off. Yet you think you're trying your best. You're trying your hardest. Yet when you reach out to me and you talk to me, you're like, I'm not happy with my life. And I'm literally giving you the keys to the kingdom, literally giving you the game that's going to help you break into yourself. You're not doing it. And you don't think that you're closed off. You think you got it going on. You see where that's fucked up? You see where like that way of thinking is never going to get you anywhere. You see how that's hurting you at the end of the day? Like, guys, I want you to understand the exercises that I'm giving you, I could give two shits if you actually do them. My life doesn't change. My life has already changed. It's going to continue to change because I do the work. These 29 days, I've already changed my life with everything that I'm teaching you guys. So if people like me are literally giving you the keys to the kingdom and it's like turnkey, fucking here you go, just turn the damn thing, and you can't even put the effort to turn the damn thing, do the damn exercise, you are more closed off than you realize. You either think you're too good for an exercise that's so simple, but you can't find the time, yet you're not happy with where you are in life, but you won't make the time for you. You won't make the time to break into you, but you're not happy with where you are. You see how like that's totally backwards? How that way of thinking is probably the reason why you're stuck in the first place? Isn't it so crazy? 27 days, that's 27 exercises. That's 27 things that you could have completely shifted. Or are you treating these live trainings as just like, I don't know, a 3 a.m. fucking infomercial? Nobody does anything with that. Nobody's life changes from just listening. People's lives change from doing. Taking all of this shit that I'm saying, downloading it, and then putting into action. Doesn't make any sense. There's gonna be 1 or 2 people that reach out to me by the end of these 29 days, and they're like, "Bro, like, I did the things. I did the exercises. I feel way better. Like, shit's just changing. I don't know why." And I'm like, "Fucking awesome. That's great. Good shit. That's all I wanted you to do." Literally, you're proof that in 29 days, life can completely change when you change. And that'll be 1% of everybody that's been watching these videos. And everybody else becomes a statistic. 99% do nothing with this. You're going to be motivated for a little, but life will happen and the logical mind will override. And you're going to bury all of this. And then you're going to go back to being closed off. What a shame it is. But I also believe genuinely that that has to be part of your process, you know? Like, I can't sit here and just be like, "Hey, you're stupid for not doing that." I'm like, for me, I'm like, "Yeah, you're stupid for it," but at the same time, like, that's where you're at, you know? You don't believe you have to do things like that yet. So just like me, I had to wait, what, 14, 15, 16 years to be open to personal development? If you guys wanna waste that much time, go for it, you know? That's your path. I'm just saying the whole point of these 29 days live together is so you can start, like, carving off some of those years. Isn't it crazy, though, how, like, when it's time to do the inner work, the personal development, for some reason, we're too busy for us, but we're not too busy to do that thing over there. We're not too busy to hang out with friends that don't do anything for our futures. We're not too busy to hang out with girlfriends that aren't probably gonna be our wives. We're not too busy to go get drunk. We're not too busy to go party. We're not too busy to go to the gun range and just waste time there, even though we know that, like, that's not helping us in our situation right now. We're not too busy to go do all the stupid shit. We're not too busy to do all of the things in our lives that aren't even moving the needle forward, but we're too busy to work on us. Isn't that crazy? Do you see how, like, the world thinks? And do you see how all you have to do to be successful nowadays is just do the complete opposite to what the world does and how the world thinks? The world is made up of sheep right now. You have the opportunity to be the leader of the pack in your household, in your family, in your group of friends, whatever. You could be that. Are you gonna be it though? That's the question. You could be. Doesn't matter what everybody's potential is unless you actualize it, unless you like tap into it. Everybody has potential. Just like everybody can get fit, just like everybody can run a business, everybody can be an entrepreneur, everybody can do whatever the fuck. You don't believe me? You don't believe me? Go look at like where you're from. Wherever you're from. Doesn't matter first world, third world country, whatever the fuck. Go find somebody of your blood that like became hyper successful. And then you prove to yourself that you're just bullshitting yourself. You know, one of the most favorite things about coming from a third world country, there's not a lot of people that can look at me in the fucking eyes and say that they have it that bad. That's the beautiful part about that gift where I'm from. And the interesting part is even the people I do talk to from third world countries, there's a different breed of them that are out there. The ones that I call, the ones that resonate with me. And even though they haven't left the Philippines, even if they haven't left that third world country, they're already thinking different. They're already making decisions different. They're investing their time different. They're a different breed. You can tell. And I can guarantee you, all they got are friends and family that are like, we're from here. We're never going to get there. And they're just like, nope, nope, nope. I don't fucking know what it is, but there's something calling me to greatness, potential, and they're getting after it. What are you doing? It's very interesting to see things unfold in real time. There's people, and I'll leave you guys with this because I know this one's running a little bit late. There's people that have been watching my growth the past few years that were with me, like at the start of this whole fucking online thing from the jump, 2019. There's people been following me, especially because I was primarily on Facebook for the first couple of years. People that's been following me from Facebook that have seen my changes over time. And I'm still saying the same shit I've been saying for years. I just say it a little bit better now. You guys look at those videos from Facebook from like a couple years ago. You guys all know I didn't talk like this before. You guys all know that I was tripping up on my shit before. But while everybody else didn't do the work, I just kept doing the work. And there's people from years ago that are still like trying to build their businesses. There's people complaining about the same bullshit they've been struggling with for years. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You've been spending years complaining about literally the same shit, but you think it's not you? You really think at this point it's something else? It's somebody else? That's crazy to me. But you go on, keep thinking that. And then you see what happens in a year. You see what happens in 5. See what happens in a decade. It's going to be very clear who does the work. It's going to be very clear who have done things inside of these 29 days and put it into action. It's going to be very clear. And at some point, the people that took action on all these videos, that took action on the exercises, I'm going to get an email, I'm going to get a DM, and I'm going to be proud to screenshot the shit out of those. Post it up and be like, these are the people that took action. And you watch them win. You watch what they do because they took action on all of this shit. Or that could be you that I screenshot. You could be the one. It's kind of up to you. I would love for it to be you. I would love for you to be the person I screenshot. I'm like, damn, look at this motherfucker over here. Like, that's the person that's going to be lethal in life. I would love to do that. But are you going to let it be just the other person, just like everything else in your life? Or is that going to be you? Are you going to take your fucking spot? It's not really for me. It's not really for that screenshot. It's for you. It's for your life. It's for your family. It's for who you think you can be. So the question is, are you going to prove it? Are you going to do the hardest thing? Open the fuck up to life? Like, start showing up. Start playing big now. Only time will tell, guys. Only time will tell. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys who are with me live or replayed. You know, I know it's been a very interesting 27 days so far. But I know that whoever needed these 29 days that puts everything into action, man, I'm excited to get that email. I'm excited to get that DM. I'm excited to get that form of comms where you're just like, damn, I did every fucking day, bro. Every day. I'm gonna post you up 100% because I'm gonna be proud that the one person, because I'll do this 29 days, no worries. I'll do that for the one person whose life is gonna completely change from applying all the teachings. See, for me, that's purpose. For me, I'll lose sleep for that. One person. That's all I do it for. I'm not trying to change a million lives with 29 videos. For me, a win is one. Why? Well, if you watched all my videos, I explained to you the one person I lost in life. And so for me, every message that I put out into the world, I just need to change one life. I need to stop one life from going down that dark path. And that's a win for me. That's purpose. That's being open and not expecting shit, but wanting change for somebody else. Do you want change for you? Or are you going to do the hardest thing right now and just open the fuck up to yourself and start doing the work? I guess you will prove that to yourself. And every day that you don't, just remember, you're priming yourself to not believe you. You'll start to feel it too. After this, if some of these pieces of my videos have broken into you, at some point when you don't do the work, you're going to start feeling guilty. There's going to be a whisper like, "Oh, you should have done it. Oh, do it now. Do it now. Don't do it. Don't do the thing that you always do. Don't." You're going to start hearing this voice and it's going to eat at you until one day you fucking crack and you finally let it in. And you're like, "Damn, I got to do better. Damn, I got to start like putting more effort into my life. Damn, crack. Don't do the thing. Don't go out to drink. Don't smoke fucking pot. Don't hang out with those friends that you know are just going to get you into some shit. Oh, fuck. I can't do it anymore. I can't be doing that stupid shit anymore. I got to change my life." At some point, all of that dirt, that mud, that clay, that thickness that's been holding you back from the next level, it's going to start to crack because you're going to start calling out to you more and more and more. And that part of you, that potential is going to be like, bro, just fucking stop, please. Can we please get to work now? Can we please start now? We've wasted enough time. Can we go now? We still have a long way ahead of us. And the longer we wait, the longer it's going to take to fucking get there. Can we please start now, please? And it's going to eat away at you until one day you fucking break. You're either going to have a breakdown. You're gonna fucking throw some shit around because you're so angry that it got to this place. And then at that point, then you're gonna make that change. Or you're gonna be like the rest of us. Because it happened for me too. Something really bad in your life has to happen for this thing to shake you fucking awake. And the whole purpose of these types of trainings is not having to wait until some crazy ass accident happens in your life. for you to finally look at life in the eyes and be like, "Oh shit, I kind of only got one life to live." I had to wait until a major car accident with my wife for me to realize how short life was. In the military, I just wanted to die. Before that, I just wanted to die. The first time I actually wanted to live was at that accident. As soon as we got hit for some reason, I think it was because I was holding my wife's hand, just squeezing each other's hand as we thought like we were just gonna fucking die on that freeway. I was like, damn, dude, I want to live. I want to experience the rest of my life with this person. I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's something good gonna happen. I just want to live. And it took that for me to finally like start leaning into myself. But every bad thing that happened in my life that led up to that moment, that accident, it was purposed. It was by design so I can take all the teachings and finally take my shit serious. Finally take life serious. And that's why I said, just like in another training a couple days ago, all the things that are bad that are happening to you are happening for you. It's all purposed. You just gotta choose. Like, do you believe that? Do you not believe it? Are you closed off and don't believe it because you think that like you're not you're not like the special person that that could be happening for because that only happens to those people, but not this guy, not me. Why can't it be you? So crazy the word tracks that people use on themselves. It's so crazy how people let that shit spiral out of control. So catch yourself. Catch yourself and execute. All right, guys, I gotta jump. Last 2 days, tomorrow, the next day, and that's it. 29 straight days. For those of you that have been doing the exercises, even if it's, a little bit here and there, you guys are trying to catch up. I get it. Get it done. Get it done, but start reflecting more. See how life is slowly, right? It's not this like massive change. It's like snowballing, right? Small, so it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And you feel the change, you feel the shift. All right. See you guys next time. Peace.